I am Bronwyn Morrissey. I want to share with you today how leadership can show up in our lives. And I'll share my personal experience of how it shows up in my life, which is different than it did a few years ago. I'd say 4 or 5 years ago. Because what I realized a few years ago is that leadership starts inside. We think of CEOs and we think of presidents, we think of big people in the community as leaders, which is true. They're leading people. But what we need to start with is how we show up as leaders for ourselves first, right? Are we in integrity with ourselves? Are we slowing down to think things through? Are we putting ourselves in front of other people, or are we putting our people in front of ourselves? And are we thinking above the line, positive, collaborative, big picture thinking, or below the line, little me, blaming people, worrying, fear, self-doubt? You know, that little voice that we hear inside that's like, you're not good enough to do that. Don't say that in the meeting. They're going to think you're an idiot. Or, don't jump into starting that new business, Bronwyn, because you're not going to be able to help anyone. No one's going to listen to you, and you're not going to make any money, which is all a bunch of lies. So working on noticing when we're telling ourselves these stories can really have us come above the line and then show up as completely different leaders when we're leading teams, when we're leading ourselves, when we're leading in our community, when we're leading with our families. And that's what I love to do with my clients. I love to have them shift the way that they're approaching things over time, right? Because we have to become aware of it first and slow things down and realize that there's another possibility. And we also need to look at how we want to show up. You know, the sky's the limit. And one thing that I see a lot with my clients is that when I ask them, like, what do you really want? Like, what is your dream? How do you embrace the brilliance that's inside of you? They either don't even know that they have brilliance, or they haven't given themselves the time to dream about possibilities, about creating what they want with their lives. And I love doing that too. And that's self-leadership, giving yourself the time to do that. So if you're interested in hearing more, go to my website, bronwynmorrissey.com, and connect with me and let's have a conversation. One conversation might be helpful, and maybe that's all you need. And I also love talking to individuals, groups, and I love getting in front of audiences. One of those people that loves being in front of audiences like most people don't. So to share this concept of leadership and a different way of approaching it. So let's talk.